going to be a difficult video. So please, if anybody is sensitive to what I'm about ready to discuss, which is realities of the Squid Game, um, please click away, guys. I know this is difficult and this can be something that is triggering for some. It is absolutely okay. Click away and I will see you guys on the next video. But please, everybody, take this into warning. This is a trigger warning. Before you start this video, we are going to be discussing topics today that have to do with real life Squid Game scenarios. So again, if this is too deeply disturbing, totally understandable. Click off. I will see the rest of you later. Hi, Crystal Balls. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please think about sticking around, liking, commenting, sharing, and describing and subscribing. For everybody else, thank you for being on this journey with me. Everyone, don't forget to take a few moments out of your day to do the things that I just mentioned, especially now in the holiday season. If you cannot afford to go shop or do anything like that, please support your friends and families, your moms, your pops, everybody who's hustling by simply dropping a like or a comment or sharing their post. It means the world. So please, please, please spread the word right now and help out your loved ones by doing those simple things under 30 seconds that are completely free. Before I go further, two warnings. One, spoiler warning. We're going to be talking about Squid Game in detail. And two, trigger warning. We're talking about Squid Game in detail, plus real life situations that could have inspired this show. So I'm not even going to be doing a reading on this. This is going to be something that I'm going to be telling you about. So make your choice right now. This is going to be a very upsetting and disturbing conversation. So it is 100% fine if you guys want to go away. I will see you on the next video. There are plenty of other videos out that I have that are completely different than this one. Enjoy those. I'll put a card up here so you guys have other options. All right, for everybody else remaining, again, please be warned that we're spoiling Squid Game, so if you haven't watched it already, you probably better pop off here unless you're not going to watch it. I'm also going to not use real names. I'm going to refer to the main person I'm talking about as T, who this is a real life person who is very prevalent in this type of world and is very well known, but I'm not going to lead you to them. Okay, you guys can find your own research and everything. This is liability. This is stuff that I have to do for my own protection. So the person I'm going to be speaking about is a very real person named T who can mimic some of this situation. So in essence, Squid Games is a game where unwitting, very poor people become the amusement of very, very rich people, playing games to the death. Now, the first game, which was red light, green light, the contestants had a very unfair advantage because they didn't know that being eliminated actually meant being eliminated from life. When you came back, because these people did have the opportunity to come back, and almost all of them took that opportunity, the games resumed and they kept going, knowing full well that this very well could result in your death. Now, one thing it did say at the beginning of Squid Game was it didn't have to be one person that won. Everybody could have won. Everybody there could have taken home a share of the pot. I don't know if they ever set it up to actually be that way. Like, even though it seemed very idealistic, I don't know if they ever would have actually let more than one person leave with this type of money. As you know, Frontman was a contestant and a winner in Squid Games either the year or a few years earlier, which is why he was missing and his brother was looking for him. So, rich people pitting poor people against each other for sport is not new. Okay, there are many literary examples of this through time. I mean, there's even, you could even go so far as calling like Lord of the Flies something very similar to a Squid Game, because we as the audience are the people who are watching this take place, with this horrific, very damning, kind of disgusting thing that happens to these children. And there's a lot of murder there, and they play their own games. It's can be comparable to the Hunger Games to some extent, because it is the very, very rich pitting the very, very poor against each other in a skewed system, because usually the rich districts win. So, yeah, there's a lot of examples of this throughout history, and it is disgusting, but it's based off of true things. You see in Squid Games these ultra rich people who come in for the last part of the Squid Games, and you hear them speak. The Korean one, North Korea, South Korea, this one is always the best Squid Game, which tells me that there are multiple ones going on around the world and different types of Squid Games happening. This is all true. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, because this isn't a conspiracy theory. We go back and talk about red rooms, black rooms, white rooms, things like that, that are part of the deep web. I'm sorry, part of the dark web. Remember, you can't get to the dark web without having a torque system, so you will never ever accidentally get into any of this stuff. But there is, and has been for a very long time, these red rooms where there are people in there pitted against each other, and it can be children's games, whatever, but it's life or death. And there are people on the web betting bitcoins and untraceable things like that to be able to bet on the winners and the losers, just like in Squid Game. Squid Game is just a microcosm of a much bigger and real issue. Just people are too afraid to talk about it. Unfortunately, the rich can get away with whatever the hell they want, especially if you get to a certain type of money. When you're obscenely rich, you are above the law. And then that is a very unfortunate, and it's a terrible way to live, but it's true. Now, I'm coming back to the person that I was calling T. Now, T is an Australian who was a very public persona and seemingly did a lot of good, did a lot of charity work, raised a beautiful family, helped people around the world, had books written, was somebody who was breakthrough in many studies. So this person was held in high esteem. It turns out that he was part of one of the biggest rings of violence against children, which, yes, is trafficking, but it's not exactly what you think it is. See, they would use children and put them into a situation where they were on a lot of land, and they would go pick them off by hunting them. And these children were kidnapped. They were trafficked. They were, you know, volunteered by some people and paid off handsomely for the right to be able to have their children go through a actual live hunt. And this man not only partook in these, but he planned them. He and many other ultra rich people from that area of the world did these things. There are charges against them. Again, I'm not going to tell you who this person is. You guys can do your own research and figure out who it is. But this person should be the inspiration of Squid Games, because even though it's not really a child's game, it's using children in your game, which makes me worry about the next season. If you really, really want something scary, you do it against children, but apparently, you know, we never got the picture with the Hunger Games or Lord of the Flies. This is life. It's very unfortunate. It's unfair. It's ridiculous. But this is a life that we live. And the very, very rich do control the very, very poor. Actually, they control everybody. And again, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. This is just plain fact. Especially this whole situation about the real life Hunger Games that happen, or real life Hunger Games. It could be real life Hunger Games. The real life Squid Games that happen. So the real life Squid Games happen online. The real life Squid Games happen in snuff films and things on the dark web. You guys need to realize that it's very hard for me to talk about. It's hard to even keep my thoughts focused because it's real. And now it's being shown to us, again, in a form of entertainment. And us as the middle class, the lower class, the poverty class like me, know that there is that desperation there that may hook you into saying, yes, I'm going to do this against all odds. I'm going to do this knowing that I could be killed the moment I set foot out here. It's manipulation. It happens every day in many different forms, but it's huge on the web. So if you guys are worried about the Squid Games coming true, they already have. They've been true for a very long time. And now it's ironic that something that was meant for the entertainment of the complete rich is now being entertainment for us to either normalize this or to, I don't know, just be entertained. It's kind of sick if you think about it, the way things are going around here. I don't know. There's nothing scarier than the truth. There's nothing scarier than reality. And the reality of the situation is things like the Squid Games are very real. They've been real for a very long time. And people are now just getting to the point where they see it as entertainment. But wait until they find out the reality of it. And again, you don't have to take my word for it. Go do your own research. You know, be careful when you do your research, and don't install anything on your computer that is a torque or any other sort of thing that makes you have to go and download something in order to get to an article, learning more about a person. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. This is just a heads up, an eye opener, and kind of an ironic thing that here we are now discussing the Squid Games like it's a fictional world. Yet now it's here for our entertainment. What is this leading to? All right, guys, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I know this is a little rambly, um, and I'm visibly nervous talking about it. So, I'm going to quit. And you know what? Everybody have a great day or night wherever you are in this world. Remember, every single day is a gift. Use your time wisely. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.